yeah, we're almost halfway through December, pretty much. I say that, we're at the 10th. Probably not really halfway. We're getting our way through December very quickly, and I knew this would happen, but yeah, I'm still shocked. I have my advent calendar here, which this is a blessing and a curse in December when you're traveling, and especially when you're crew, because I absolutely love going away and then coming back and realizing that I've missed out on like 2 or 3 chocolates and getting to eat those as soon as I get home. But also the con in that is I then go to get my calendar thinking that I've got loads of chocolates to eat, but I have already eaten them, which is what I did yesterday. So this does mean that I only have 1 chocolate to eat today, which is the 10th, which is a good thing because eating chocolate in moderation over Christmas is good, because that does mean that on the 24th, 25th and 26th, I can just stuff my face for those 3 days straight. I've got the dairy milk one, by the way, because that's a classic. I feel like if you're in doubt, dairy milk is always a good shout. I love the sound of an advent calendar. It's so satisfying. I want to say that's a snowman. A very weird looking snowman, but he'll do. We only just put our Christmas decorations up the other day because I feel like when there's no longer kids in the house, especially when there's only 2 of us now, being me and my mum, my sister's at uni right now until just before Christmas, it's more of a chore to put your decorations up because you feel like you're only putting them up for a short time. Whereas when you've got kids around, they want to put them up straight away, even in November. So the magic isn't necessarily there at the moment, especially with the house move too. So we kind of forcefully put them up, but now they're up, it feels good. And I want to show you them. So first up, we have the tree, which I started off doing, but I find that, I don't know if any of your parents do this as well. I do the tree, Mum lets me do the tree, but she likes to add little bits here and there, and it kind of ruins the vibe. Like, it's still a nice tree, but my vibe is destroyed. So I was basically going for a very simple, neutral white and green tree. So our tree has like little snow speckles all over it. But she decided to add these little makeshift hats that she made, which are cute. But the red is just, it's ruined now. Do you see what I mean? I know all of you might not agree and you might think it's cute that she's put homemade stuff on there, which it is. But this is why I'm so excited for next year when we've got our flat and I can fully deck out our tree exactly how I want to, which, yes, is very Virgo of me to say, but I am a Virgo and I'm not going to apologise for being that way. So we've got the fireplace too. We always put up our sacks this year, but I think we're going to go very minimal on presents this year. We've decided that less is more, and it's more about time together and eating good food. So because of that, presents is just not the main focus this year, which is what Christmas should be about anyway. And then we've just got little bits of like decorations here and there. Here's a few bits that I picked up from Newark. So I got some reusable cups, which are very American, but they're also helpful when it comes to washing up and things. It just means that you can recycle them and you don't necessarily have to waste too much time washing up, and you can just relax more on Christmas. I also got these Christmas shaped pretzels, which are very unique. They were from Target, and also some sweets and things as gifts. And that was about it really. Apart from that, I just finished off my Christmas shopping, which I'm very happy about because I was stressing big time. I managed to get it done in about 3 days, so I'm very happy about that. Anyway, what is my plan today? Why am I vlogging at home? You're probably thinking that. I don't vlog very often at home. Normally I am away, but today I have a lot to do. Let's have a little sit down and chat exactly what I need to do. It is honestly so cold, so I'm really sorry. You're going to hear the heating blasting in the background. But I've literally just had to throw on some makeup quickly because some friends are like, do you want to go and watch football later? And with everything I want to do, I'm not going to have time in between to throw some makeup on and make myself look a little bit more presentable, because it's the England versus France game later and we are fast approaching the finals now. So fingers crossed we do well, but overall I'm not a massive football fan, but when it comes to things like this, I do like to get involved. But anyway, enough of football because that's irrelevant right now. The update with the flat. So I have had a stressful last week or so in regards to communication between myself, the solicitors and the developers. So my solicitors have basically been a bit annoying. So they said they would only keep in touch with my developer solicitors only and not keep in touch with them directly, which I was like, fair enough, that's fine. But then they stopped talking to their solicitors altogether and they could not get an update whatsoever. So I was getting really frustrated. So I had to put my foot down a little bit, had to bring out the Karen in me a little bit just to get something out of them. So that seemed to work, and you know, everything's really complicated and I can't really go into everything without this particular clip being about an hour long. But basically I managed to get a completion date estimated out of all of this, and that completion date is this Friday. Like, yeah, I did say it would be quick, but I thought there would be some sort of notice in advance, but there literally has been nothing apart from, yeah, in about a week's time we estimate you completing. Great. So basically we kind of feel organised, but also not at the same time, in the sense of we do still have bits to get that we will need from day one, hence why I'm heading out now, because I have today off, tomorrow off, Vic's got tomorrow off, so we'll probably potter around and do a few bits together then. But then I'm off to Toronto. I have one day off where I'm having my hair done, and that takes about 3-4 hours long, and then it's the completion date that we have estimated at the moment. So it's obviously not certain, but as long as everything goes to plan next week, then we should be good to go for Friday. But of course I will keep you updated as to whether that will actually happen. I'm feeling confident, but you never know with these things. It's so hard to tell whether it's definitely going to happen or not, but I don't really see what could go wrong to make it not happen, hence why I think I'm feeling a little bit stressed right now. Like, I have one mission and one mission only, and that is to not feel stressed on the day that we get the keys. And I just want to make sure everything that I can do is done. So I'm trying to use today as best as I can, really. So I am heading off to just get a few bits for Christmas, because obviously Christmas is going on in the background too. And then I'm going to head off to Dunelm, which, I mean, if you know Dunelm, if you're from the UK and you watch my vlogs, you will know that Dunelm is very much all things bathroom, bedroom, homeware. It's got some real nice, good quality stuff. And me and Vic actually found some towels that we really like from there. I know it's very boring, but I'm sure there's someone out there that finds this kind of thing interesting, as well as myself. But I will show you the kind of towels. Hopefully they have them in stock, because the ones that I particularly wanted, they didn't really have in stock online. They had an alternative, but I'm just hoping I can go in store and get them. But before I do go to Dunelm, I'm just popping to our local retail centre where I need to get my final Christmas present, and then I am done. It's just a case of buying wrapping paper, wrapping everything up, throwing it under the tree and forgetting about it until Christmas Day. Well, I had no luck getting my final Christmas present, but I have time, I think, to pop to another version of the store that's a little bit bigger, that hopefully they'll have it there and I can just forget about Christmas then. But I did get my wrapping paper and my Christmas cards that I need to give my grandparents, because I only tend to give my grandparents Christmas cards because I just feel like everyone else is like, okay, thanks for that, and yeah, moving on. So I got this silver wrapping paper. So I've made the mistake of buying wrapping paper in the past it's just Christmas themed, and then only being able to use it at Christmas. It's just lying around in my way. So I got the silver one because I thought it's very all round, so I can use it for birthdays, Christmas, and I don't waste paper. So that was my thought process. Anyway, I'm gonna head into Dunelm now and have a look, see what I can find. So I'm in Dunelm right now, and I wanted to show you the two different coloured towels that we're getting. So we've got two bathrooms, ensuite and a main bathroom. So our bedroom colours are going to be hopefully like a foresty green and brown type style. So like very cosy, very warm, very, yeah, cosy is the word I think that mainly describes it. So I wanted to continue that theme into the ensuite. So we are getting this colour, green, really nice sort of emerald tree green. It's really lovely, and these are like Egyptian cotton, they're beautiful, so worth the money. And then for the main bathroom, we wanted to change up the colour a little bit, but still like maintain a nice warm theme. but I saw this colour and I couldn't decide between the two, and I was like, I'm so lucky we've got 2 bathrooms so we can have both. So the next one is this like raspberry colour. So I'm getting a hand towel and 2 towels for that bathroom, so guests can use those towels if they want to. But this is just such a lovely colour and I just couldn't decide between the two. I'm in love with green at the moment, if you couldn't tell. But I'm so glad we have the 2 bathrooms so we can do both. So regarding those towels, you can get a basic towel, like normal size, or we can get a bath sheet, and we've got the bath sheets. Let me show you how big these things are. They're absolutely humongous, almost like blankets, which is perfect. I really shouldn't be trying to look at anything else apart from towels, but it's so hard not to. I took my earmuffs off because I was getting weird looks. I don't know whether it was the earmuffs or the sparkly glasses, because these do draw a lot of attention to me. I get a lot of compliments for them too as well. They're really big for my face, but I love them so much. I did go back into Dunelm after I dropped the towels into my boot just to have a look upstairs, because I don't think they had a lift, and obviously I had a trolley. So I had a little look to see if there was any nice cutlery sets, because we need cutlery, plus just like other little kitchen bits that when I go shopping I look at things and I think, oh yeah, I need to add that to my to get list, and it gives me a lot of inspiration doing that. But a lot of these things I can't really buy without Vic being present, and with our schedules it's literally when he works I don't, when I'm working he doesn't. So tomorrow is one of those days where it's a very off chance that we are both off, but because we are both off, we're like, we don't really want to dedicate a whole day to sorting this flat out. We do kind of want to chill for a little bit, because it's important to, you know, balance your life that way. So I think we might do a little bit of that tomorrow, a little bit of chilling. But yeah, towels was one big thing that I needed to get, and I'm very glad I did get. They were kind of pricey towels, but I'm in that mindset of I'd rather buy more expensive towels, real good quality towels. I mean, expensive doesn't always mean good quality, but these are real good quality Egyptian cotton towels that I know are going to last so long. But yeah, the only other thing I really need to get is like a towel holder, because, or some like hooks of some sort, because I don't really want them to be on the floor knowing Vic, or over the radiators preserving the heat kind of thing. I don't know, I need to look into all these little things, but again, all of these little things I feel like I can't really buy until we actually get into the flat. So I feel like my impatience is getting the better of me a little bit. May or may not have come back into Dunelm 2 days in a row before I got stuff in my hand. So I've come here with Vic. We're not picking up essential things, it's all essential.
And we came here for essentials.
We came to look. We just happened to pick stuff up along the way. But I showed you, didn't I? The towels, the green vibe. We've got 2 green pillows to go on the bed, and we've got one for the middle to add a little bit of pizzazz. The floral wipes, that's him. And these, epic. They're actually so cool. We'll make great use out of those. But the reason we are in here is for cutlery again. I said to you yesterday, didn't I, that I couldn't really make this decision without the boss man. So let's go actually have a look at the cutlery, shall we? Elephant warhead. What's that for?
Huh?
What's that for?
Just, yeah, hang your sausages on.
Your Polish sausages. Where was the cutlery? Have I walked past it? I have walked past it. So, the ones I was looking at, where were they? These. Really nice.
Okay, I'll allow that.
Really nice. 24 pieces as well for £30.
I like that.
That's really good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, these have got like matte on the bottom, sort of shine on the top. Stainless steel, £30, 24 pieces. It's literally perfect. And we got big spoons too. How much? 41. Oh, 5. Okay. I like the shape of the spoons too, don't you? Are you happy with those?
Yeah. Mainly because that's bread. I like the packaging.
You like the packaging. I cannot believe how quick we made that decision. Did you pick up the
Same.
we got the big salad spoons as well. Salad spoons?
Yes.
Serving spoons?
Well, big something from server.
Did you pick the ones from behind? I always like to pick the ones from behind.
Sorry, I taught you that.
You taught me that because then it means less people have touched it. Especially with cutlery, I feel like that's even more important.
Especially after COVID.
I was going to update you guys on a little update I had yesterday, which kind of annoyed me, which is why I stopped vlogging. I thought it just would not be in the right headspace to carry on. So I had an email. I went for a Costa because I was a little bit thirsty and a little bit hungry. So I had a cup of tea and a muffin. Thought I'd sit down, just randomly check my emails. Didn't really expect anything to come through because I thought it's Saturday. You know, who emails on a Saturday about housing stuff? And then I had an update because we're basically doing all of our house stuff through How to Buy, which I think I've told you guys about. We just caught the tail end of it. And basically, they need to make amendments, our solicitors, to our application, like our final application to them. I won't go into it too much because it's really complicated, but yeah, basically amendments need to be made, which I think is going to delay things, which basically I don't think Friday is going to happen, which is kind of expected, really. I mean, you called it and you said, I don't think
I
Friday's
said
going to
straight
happen.
away. It's not going to happen until January.
I don't think it's going to happen until January
Freaking
now.
Christmas. Like, as if anyone is going to do it. Because I'm going to be honest, if I was in that office, I wouldn't do it.
No, but it's just so annoying that it has to.
Doesn't they cut off work? Don't they cut off work anyway on like the 20th or something and have 2 weeks off till like after New Year's?
I think they might be open a little bit in between Christmas and New Year, but maybe if anything, it's going to be like a day or two.
Probably going to be privatised.
Which, I mean, the amount of working days, like actual classed working days between Christmas and New Year, you can count them on your hand, can't you?
Yep.
And everything just takes time to process all these different applications before completion. So my excitement was just unnecessary and everything was just too good to be true. So that's how we know it at the moment. We won't really know much more until tomorrow. We just hope our solicitors get their butt in gear and make the amendments they need to. Whatever these amendments are, I don't know. I don't understand why everyone has to be so
Amendmenty.
not specific. Like, why do you say, oh yeah,
But why is it so
amendments?
difficult when we send documents and they spell my name or your name wrong? Like, it's there.
This, I feel like this is the amendments that need to be made, is the spelling errors. It's carelessness. This is the thing. I understand they're under a lot of pressure, speed and things. They need to keep up with time scales, but it's just not really an excuse, is it, when they have...
Not this, Ray. Like, my God.
Sorry, we're ranting to you, but I feel like you guys are my therapy for this kind of thing.
It's nice for once as well, not me being the main therapist here.
That's true. Yeah, most of the time it is you. Oh yeah, it snowed overnight, by the way, guys, which was also unexpected. So yeah, if it does happen on Friday, it's gonna absolutely peer down with snow. So maybe it's for the best that it doesn't happen Friday. But I'll keep you guys updated if I buy any more useless stuff for the flat, if I get any more weird updates from solicitors and random people that I don't know who I'm talking to, then I'll let you know. So, a new day means somewhere different in the world. Today I'm in Toronto, which you guys knew already because you know more about my life than I do. But I've just been to the supermarket. I have just been absolutely freezing outside. It's horrendous. Like, the wind chill is another level. Like, I will show you the layers that I'm wearing and this just didn't do it. So I think I'm going to be spending most of my trip inside. I want to try and get out at least some point tomorrow. My pickup is early, so I don't really have a great deal of time, which is why I got snacks to have a little bit of a night in. But yeah, let's show you my layers and show you exactly how I try and efficiently pack for trips like this where it's freezing cold. Well, layer one is a beanie. A beanie is a must. They pack down to nothing and they keep your head bloody warm. Like, my head's fine, that's not the issue. Coat wise, I always find the hardest to pack, honestly. It's the last thing that goes into my suitcase and probably should be the first thing that goes in, and I can never fit it in. My expander is on, it's not going anymore. So I brought with me this like fake leather one from Stradivarius. It's like a creamy white one. I love this coat so much. I don't wear it enough. I don't give it enough of a moment as it deserves. The reason I went with the kind of leather vibe is because leather kind of protects you from the wind a bit more, I find. Even though it's faux leather, kind of does the same thing. So that kind of packed down relatively small, but still keeps me warm. Layer 3, I guess, is a scarf, a nice thinnish one, but one that I know is quite cozy. I got this one for Christmas actually, and it's quite a nice mustardy colour. Layer 4, kind of, is my Adidas jumper, which I'm living in at the moment. It's so comfy. I love the fact that it's cropped. I love the colour. I love the fact that it has a hood, so I can pop that up if I need to. It's just comfy for in and outdoors. I've got my jeans on as my bottom layer, and underneath, this is like my trick that I wanted to show you because, oh my god, I don't think I knew about this soon enough. So basically, underneath my jeans, I have these leggings from Primark. I don't know if I can try and flip them inside out, but basically on the inside, they are this like really nice fur material. They are so thick. They're about £7. They're like a nude colour, which is nice because it goes underneath tights as well. So it gives you that extra layer of warmth. If you want to look cute, still wear a skirt in the winter like this. So this is a real good idea for this kind of thing. Great to wear under jeans, as I've done. You can also buy black ones, I think, so if you just want to lounge around in them, you can do, which they definitely are good for doing that too. The only thing I have heard about them is they do like bubble when you wash them. I feel like a lot of clothes do that anyway, and I think it's all down to kind of how you wash them. Just give them a bit more of a gentle wash. But honestly, if you haven't already, get down to Primark and get these leggings because they are literally a lifesaver and will be living in my suitcase for the rest of the winter season. Quick review of what I got at the supermarket as well, because I'm really craving like a real mixture of things. So I basically went in there, obviously this is like a known fact that I crave sushi 24/7, so sushi was a must to pick up. I then also got these Rice Krispie equivalent vanilla squares. I guess these are like a healthier version just because I'm convinced from the packaging that it is. I might just keep these in my suitcase if I don't finish them on this trip, just to have as breakfast alternatives when I'm away, because I keep forgetting to go to the shop to get stuff like that because I always wake up in the morning absolutely starving. I also got some freshly squeezed orange mango juice for tomorrow as well, which sounds divine. And the final thing I got, which is very random, very random, is tzatziki and some baked pita bread crisps. I don't know why I'm fancying that. I just saw it in the shop and I was like, that's the craving that I have right now. I think that's probably the most random food haul I've ever done, but I'm not mad about the very random snack fest that I am about to have in bed and watch Netflix at the same time. Well, you're probably thinking, oh, are you getting ready to head out, explore Toronto? No. So I am getting ready for my flight home. The reason why I've not gone out today, which I'm kind of sad about, is because I basically got woken up to a phone call at like 4:30 this morning, which is 9:30 at home. I mean, it's a decent time there for people to be calling other people, I guess. And it was from a lady that I've been dealing with along this crazy house buying journey. She's been my rock, really, helped me out massively. And yeah, we basically found a massive issue within all of our paperwork, quite a big part of our paperwork, really. Once again, I'm not going to go into it because I've ranted enough to everyone else in my family about it. You guys don't need to hear it, but at the moment, another discrepancy has popped up, which needs changing, which takes time. So I had literally got so many people on board to help make this change happen as quickly as possible. So I was calling everyone, emailing everyone, and before I knew it, it was literally 11:30, I think, this morning. I looked at the time and I was like, damn, I literally spent my whole morning dealing with this crap, which is just how it is sometimes. It's horrendous. Vic felt bad because he couldn't help me out with all of this because he's been working all day, and obviously I've got this free time. I may as well use it to deal with this stuff rather than just waiting and delaying things. So yeah, I did waste all of my morning on it. I'm hoping that's paid off to help things move along once again. You'd think buying a house as a first-time buyer would be really simple, but it's just not. And all I will say to you, a little tip from myself, is just make sure you take the time to read over everything 3, 4, 5 times if you can, every single communication you get, because you never know where something can be wrong. It's a lot of information to take in, which I think is what happened to me, and I missed a big error. But just read it over and over again to make sure everyone's name is spelled correctly, and make sure everything is correct, and then hopefully you shouldn't have these issues yourself. So yeah, we all are not going to have a smooth process when buying a house or a flat, but yeah, I feel like it should be a little bit smoother than what it has been. So that's been my morning, and it is currently now 10 to 3, so I have spent the last couple of hours sleeping. I thought, well, by the time I get ready, there is absolutely no point in going out. This is quite an early night flight, so we don't get picked up, I think, until close to 4:30. So I woke up quite early, and I thought, well, I may as well start getting ready. But it's just not really enough time to then get dressed and head out, because things in Toronto, I noticed, are quite spaced out, and I'd need time to like walk places, and I just wouldn't have the time unless I'd gone up and got out pretty much a matter of an hour or 2 after I woke up. So yeah, kind of gutted, but I knew this flight was early anyway. But also the benefit to that is we are landing early tomorrow morning, which does mean I can get straight back on the case with my solicitors and everything, and hopefully things get moving as soon as people are in the office tomorrow, which I will already be home by the time they do. So that's kind of a benefit to this trip. I'm home early, and normally that means I can get into bed early and have a nap early, but I don't think that's going to be the case, because I feel like everyone is going to be back on my case. Guys, please appreciate my new mug. It's holographic, if you cannot see. Best thing I've probably bought for my travels in a long time. It's a £5 from Wilko, if you're wondering. Keeps my tea so warm. I tend to keep the lid off because it keeps my tea warm for too long, and then I go to drink it and burn my tongue, which isn't good. So I keep the lid off just to help it go to a drinkable temperature. But get yourself down to Wilko. It's bloody good. And it's pretty. Who doesn't want to drink out of a pretty mug? I've just noticed we've got a airport over there somehow. I can't hear a thing, which is amazing, but I've just looked at the view and it looks stunning. The difference when coming out here and flying out of snow is it doesn't faze them, whereas in the UK we had about a 2-hour delay coming out of London because of de-icing and all of that. Like, everyone panics, they all say it's extreme snow and it's literally like a dusting. Here they get inches and they're like, so? Somehow this vlog has turned into a weekly vlog, which I'm not mad about. I do love watching weekly vlogs, and especially when this kind of thing's happening to people, because you can kind of see how quickly things can change on one day compared to the next when it comes to buying a flat, a house, anything in life really. So I'm going to take you along with the rest of my week, probably until Friday, because I feel like at least I can kind of give you an update then as to whether everything went smoothly and we got in, or whether we're going to be waiting most likely until after Christmas, which is not the outcome we want. But let's manifest that Friday is going to happen, and hopefully I don't have to stress about all of this stuff anymore. It's definitely not good for me. Well, I'm back home now from Toronto, and I have been for 2 days, I think it's been now. So a lot has happened in the last couple of days, including the fact that I did get my hair done and I've gone a little bit darker. I didn't really intend to. So my hairdresser was like, last time I mixed these 2 toners, so your usual one and this one, and I thought we'd give this one a try, not your usual one, to see if you like it, and then you can kind of decide which one you like best. So I'm just trialing the darker side for a month or so, just to see how I feel about it. It's kind of close to my natural hair colour really, my roots especially, because obviously that's the bit that she bleaches, and the toner has stuck most to that. So I'm just kind of trialing it, gonna see how it washes out as well, and just see if I like it. Apart from my hair, to put it simply, we're basically not completing today, which I feel like was expected, but I've basically just emailed my solicitors and have just made my mind that I think delaying a week will be good, just because I'm stressing so much over all of this. To sum everything up, so I got home on Wednesday morning, had an email from my solicitors to say that the change that needed to be made from the discrepancy that I found in Toronto was very simply changed. It was a lot more simple than we realised it was, so that's good. That was changed very quickly. But what was brought on us very suddenly, which I knew was coming soon, but because me and Vic are first-time buyers, I think I was relying a lot on my solicitors for guidance throughout this whole process. They know we're first-time buyers. They know they don't teach this kind of stuff in schools, which I really feel like they should, if not school, in college, because this kind of stuff is so important. We've gone into this totally blind, never doing this before, and every person's situation is different, so I couldn't even go to my mum or anyone for help because our process involves help to buy as well, which a lot of people don't know about. So yeah, we've gone into this very blind. So upon reflection, I have literally just stopped recording and I've just emailed my solicitors to say I think it's best that we just delay completion. I'm getting too stressed over this and I feel like I've got too much hope about today happening. So I feel like if I just make the decision, say to them, look, can we just delay it a week, delay it till next Friday, which I know is the day before Christmas Eve, but at least if we get it before Christmas, it's done. So I feel happy with the decision. Obviously sad that it's not happening today, but my anxiety levels are through the roof today and I feel like I just need some time. And I feel like Cape Town's come at a good time because at least I can kind of treat it as a little holiday, go away, relax by myself, chill by the pool. I was going to try and do a few bits, like maybe I'll still go to Boulders Beach in Cape Town, which is something I've wanted to do for so long, and many of my other trips to Cape Town, but I've never been able to. But I think I'm just going to treat it as a chill trip, eat some good food, maybe go to a spa, something like that. Just have some me time and really just try and relax as much as possible. And doing that before completion date, I feel will be really beneficial. I've done all I can. Yes, I've made mistakes probably, and we all make mistakes, but we're human. And I keep trying to keep that in my mind as well about my solicitors. They're all only human too. But sometimes it's hard when a lot of money is involved in this too. Anyway, I'll keep you updated later and we'll see what happens. So I'm in Cape Town right now. It is 2 days later now because I reported yesterday evening and I flew overnight. I'm really tired, but we actually were really delayed. So I will explain all of that in my next vlog. I'm literally going to be ending this vlog and beginning the next. So stick around for my Cape Town vlog, which will be my next one. So basically after I finished vlogging on Friday, telling you guys about how we're no longer completing on Friday, I had a full-on breakdown. I knew it was coming, I knew it was brewing, but I literally just got so anxious, so stressed. I cried all afternoon because I was like, I don't think this is ever going to happen. I was thinking of every worst case scenario that could possibly happen with the flat. Like I was worried they were going to give it up to someone else because this is all taking so long. So many people have reassured me to say that that's not going to happen. But it's just one of those things that being around Christmas, it's taking time. And I tried to keep the motto in my head all the time and apply it to every single thing in my life, that everything happens for a reason. There is a reason we didn't complete on Friday, and I'm trying to keep positive about it, that even if it doesn't happen on the new completion date, which is Wednesday now, which is actually the day I land back from Cape Town, so that's going to be a full-on day. In fact, the next 3 days are going to be full-on because once again I'm going to be in talks with everyone that's involved in my case regarding this house. Just try and get things moving as quickly as possible to try and complete before Christmas, but if not, I do also see the benefits in completing after Christmas as well. I will of course keep you updated along the way as I have been. I feel like I've constantly been updating you, but nothing has really come out of those updates. I feel like I'm just saying the same stuff all the time and I don't want to be doing that. So I feel like the next time I update you will be my moving vlog. I'm determined to do that for you. Just keep it simple and just not give you negative after negative after negative about my whole process. I wanted to be real with you guys, which I definitely have been. So because of that, my next vlog about the flat will be our moving vlog, whether that's before Christmas or after, I don't know at this point. But thank you so much for watching this weekly vlog. I really hope you enjoyed. I know you do like a weekly vlog. Stick around for my Cape Town vlog, as I said, and also my moving vlog, which will, fingers crossed, hopefully will be soon.